and all the girls run behind you. And y'all just cry your eyes out. Oh, and right when you think that's done, okay, you done cried enough. It ain't like he got a job or nothing. It ain't like that he's gonna sit there and drive you to his house. He don't even have a car, okay? But no, and then you go to class. Now your eyes all puffy. You're sitting over in the back, the teacher trying to do a math, say, okay, you gotta carry the one. And then when you carry one, who got all that noise back there? And then you get up and run back to the bathroom and all your friends run too. I don't get that, okay? I don't understand that. Guys do it totally different. Guys be like, so Brandon, man, I heard your girl broke up with you. Oh man, I ain't gonna anyway, dog. I ain't gonna be with her, man. Say, no, man, you know, I was gonna get ready to find me some other girl, man, to go date me anything, man. She wasn't even tweeting me like she's supposed to tweet me, man. And I'll text her, man. She only texts me like a minute later. Who texts somebody after a minute? She supposed to text me after 5 seconds. Man, it's all good. It's all good, man. Yeah, man, it's all good. It's good. One guy. He's talking to just one guy. And after that guy leaves, he goes to the bathroom by himself. Not with everybody, he goes to the bathroom. And when he gets in the bathroom, then he goes, but don't nobody see it, okay? Nobody see him, because the guys don't want the other guys to see him crying like that. And when he in the classroom, and his other friends see him, they're not sympathetic, okay? Here's what the girls do. Now, this thing I do love about the girls. If your friend is crying because she done broke up with her boyfriend, y'all sit up and say, you know what? It's okay. You don't need him, okay? It's gonna be all right. There's a lot of guys. You are beautiful. And even if she ugly, y'all will tell her, you are beautiful. And there's a lot of guys who want to go out there and be with her. There's a lot of guys who want to go out. I know this guy that's just dying to go out with you. Now the guys sit in class, eyes all red and bulgy. His friend like, oh, dude, you been crying? Like, I ain't crying. Dude, yeah. Hey, John, man, oh boy, crying. I ain't crying. Yeah, you are, dude. Hey, I got something in my eye, man. That's what guys do. And it's strange. And the thing about it is, if anything goes on, if you're a girl, every girl in the school gonna know it. You know why? Because everybody done went down a chain. You go to say, did you hear about this? Did you hear that Margie told Brenda that Teresa said, that Jennifer said that she didn't like Tommy anymore because Tommy didn't give her flowers at the dance. And Tommy knew she gave her flowers at the dance because Jennifer told her last week. She tweeted and told her to give him the flowers, and she didn't give him the flowers. He said, what? Yeah. Next thing you know, Tommy walking around and all the girls mad at Tommy because Tommy didn't give the flowers. Why y'all gotta tell like that? And then the first thing about it, Tommy said, hey, why you telling everybody about me and the flowers? I didn't say anything, I just told Brenda. Well, Brenda done told everybody else. So they know all the business. Guys, no. Guys don't do that, do they? No, guys don't let that business out in the street. You know why? Because most of the time it's the guy's fault. And they don't want nobody to know about it. So a guy be like this, like, so man, I heard you and Brenda broke up. Yeah. What happened? No, man. What happened? I know how it is, dog. Oh, yeah, I know how it is. And that's what they say. You never knew what happened. They just realized, okay, yeah, man, you know, dog, it went down like that, man. You know what? She said some things, I said some things, that's just how it was. You know, sometimes things just happen like that. All right, man. And you go off, and they say, then they ask you, hey, what happened to Tommy? Oh, you know, man, you know, some things happen, man. You said some things, she said some things, some things happen, it's all good. We don't go into details. Oh, no. We know the girls. Oh, Tommy texted her and said, can she meet him at the Circle K? And when she got to the Circle K, he was not there. Shut up! No, I'm thinking he was not there. And so she told him that she wasn't going to talk to him anymore, and she wasn't going to have anything to do. I wouldn't have anything to do with him either, girl. And then y'all go off and leave, and then you call Tommy to try to date Tommy after he done broke up with you. But that's just what y'all do. That's what y'all do. Because ain't that many of y'all in school anyway, so I understand what happened. Me, I didn't have that problem. Because I was ugly when I was in school. Okay? And here's the thing about it. You know, people used to feel bad about being ugly in school. That ain't such a bad thing. Because I think about it now, you know how much money I saved being ugly in school? I didn't take nobody on any dates. We didn't go to any movies. I didn't buy any flowers at Valentine's or nothing. My friends was broke. I'm eating Big Macs at McDonald's. You know why? Because I'm an ugly guy, but I'm eating good. Okay? All you pretty guys out there, oh yeah, you pretty, but you're gonna be broke. Be like me and be ugly and have your money in your pocket. Because it don't matter. It don't matter. Because here's the thing y'all girls don't understand. You can be as good looking as you want to, right? I see a lot of beautiful girls out here. But you know what? You're gonna get older. And I ain't never seen a pretty 80-year-old. Never, never, never. So you can go ahead, you can date that guy that's like the jock on the football team. When he's 80 years old, he's gonna be like this. And you're gonna be married to that ugly old, creepy old skinny man. That's what's gonna happen to you. That's just the truth of it. By a show of hands, how many people out here want to get married? Guys, put your hands down. Because y'all ain't getting nothing out of the deal. You're getting married. I'm gonna tell you. I can tell y'all this is, and people tell me, well, Mr. Fong, why would you tell the guys that? You're turning them away from marriage. No, I'm not. Y'all gonna get married anyway. I'm just telling you not to do it. But you still gotta do it. You know why? Right now, if she told you, she said, go swing on the swing. You say, I don't want to swing on the swing. That's what little kids do. I'm not gonna swing on the swing. She's gonna go off, okay. If you tell her to go swing on the swing, she's gonna say, I'm not gonna swing on the swing because that's what little kids do. That's okay. But oh no, if you get married and you tell her go swing on the swing, she's gonna say, I'm not gonna swing on the swing. That's what little children do. I'm not gonna swing on the swing. That's childish. But if she tells you to swing on the swing and you say, I'm not gonna swing on the swing, that's childish. She's gonna be like, and you be like, okay. Because girls have it that way. You know why? Because girls are smarter. I have to say, girls are smarter than we are. I just used to think, I think like these days, it ain't like in the old days. In the old days, you know, when the women stayed at home and they cook and clean and all that stuff. It's not like that these days. These days, women are more powerful, more stronger, more intelligent. These days, ladies can do everything a man can do, and most of the time she does it better. That's just the truth of it, guys. Ladies, give yourself a hand. Give yourself a hand, that's true. And the guys don't like me saying that, but they ain't saying that. You know why they ain't saying that? Because they're gonna be married one day, and if y'all see him in here clapping right now, and you happen to marry him, he's in trouble. So he ain't gonna say anything. Because here's what I know. I'm married, and this is what I understand about being married. And let me make sure my wife is first. Now I know she's gonna tell y'all a secret, okay? When you get married, you don't have none of the power. They got all the power. You only have 2 words. You know what that word is? Yes, dear. That's all you can say. And we ain't talking about the deer in the woods. We talking about yes, dear. Anything she says is yes, dear, yes, dear. And you got one other. Okay. That's the only thing you can say. Yes, dear, and okay. She can say anything she wants to. Even if you try to talk to her, it ain't gonna work. Because you know what? They're practicing right now. When Brenda told Teresa that Margaret told Jennifer that Tommy didn't say anything to her on that text, and you said, oh man, you know, she said some things, I said some things. She already got you beat. You don't know how to have a conversation with her. So just accept the fact. Because think about what happens. What happens when a woman gets married? She goes and gets that beautiful dress. She puts that dress on, she looks in it. That dress. All her friends are there and everything. And here's the thing I don't understand. She sits in front of that mirror and she goes, and her friends come around and they're like, it don't matter if y'all happy or sad. Y'all just crying. Y'all just cry. And y'all have the bridal reception. You get all the gifts. Y'all sit there and say, oh, this is so nice. Oh, this is so wonderful. And everything. And the bridesmaids go and get their dresses and their ugly dresses, but you don't tell her because you're her friend and you want her to be the prettiest one. Even though you know you're prettier than her. You don't tell her that because it's her wedding day. Y'all do all that stuff. And then comes the wedding. And what does she do? And what is the guy doing? He's sitting there waiting on her in the same tuxedo that his daddy wore. He's like this. Cause the night before, when you was out your bridal shower having just a wonderful time, his friends were like, man, how in the world did you manage to get married? Dude, how you got married? Well, she said some things, I said some things, man, you know, it's alright, man, you sure you alright, dude? Yeah, I'm alright, dude, I'm alright, man. You sure? Why you crying, man? I ain't crying. Yeah, man, he cried. That's what's happening. Because he knows his life is now set. You're gonna go off and y'all gonna have little tea parties with your friends. And y'all gonna be there. He's gonna be raking the yard. Y'all gonna buy a little puppy. You know y'all buy a little puppy that sits in the purse. He's gotta clean up the puppy's poop and the puppy poops in the house. Okay, y'all get all the good stuff. The guy don't get none of the good stuff. Y'all don't. And y'all looking at me like, don't say that. Don't worry, they still gonna marry y'all because y'all smarter than they are. Y'all already know. They just sitting up there saying, I ain't getting married, man. Yes, you are. She gonna say, we get married. They say, yes, dear. Okay. That's just how it happens. So I had to impart y'all with that wisdom because I got kids. I got kids, and I got to tell. I should have told my kids. Cause I gotta tell you this. I got 2 kids, and I don't even like my kids. I'm telling y'all that so that way, by me telling y'all I don't like y'all don't have to feel bad about that. Cause if I don't like my own kids, how can I like y'all? That's just how it is. I like being around y'all, but I'm glad y'all go home to y'all mom and dad. If y'all stand in my house, I could have that. You know why? Y'all are too expensive. I would love kids if y'all didn't cost anything. But the older y'all get, the more expensive y'all cost. I mean, look at them shoes. Look at them shoes. Look at that. I don't even know what a DG is. That costs too much money. They paid to have these shoes look like that. I don't understand it. Look at these socks. These socks right here, you got different color socks on. You don't even need to have socks. That costs too much money. Y'all cost, how many of y'all got jobs? There's the problem. Okay, what kind of job you have? What's your job? What's your job? You came to daycare. Is your sister in the daycare? Is your brother in the daycare? Okay, wait, that's right. Is your sister in the daycare? Is your brother in the daycare? Now, see what she did? The first time I said, is your brother in the daycare? No, well, Jemiah, she don't even care about her brother. She does, see what I'm saying? That's what they do. So, you're doing something you're supposed to be doing. You're helping out your little brother. You beat him up, right? So if you beat him up, you don't beat him up yet? That'll come later. Okay? But that's the thing. Y'all don't have jobs, but y'all want stuff. And y'all want like neat stuff. Y'all want like things that like are in style and everything. Nobody wants that stuff. We don't want to buy that stuff for y'all. That's why my daughter is 26 years old. A lot of people say, Mr. Farr, you got a 26-year-old? You don't look like you 30. I know it's all of old man. I be working on stuff. But my daughter, 26 years old, she still costs me money. Y'all cost too much money. What y'all should do is go to your mom and dad and say, Mom and Dad, we're sorry we cost y'all so much money. Now I don't want to eat grits in the morning and ham sandwiches at night. And I only want to have all my clothes in the same color. I want to have blue shirts and blue pants. Then you go get them at Kmart for $3.99 and you be done with it. Y'all can do that. Y'all don't want to do that. Y'all want to cost us too much money. Y'all want us to buy music's out of control. What kind of music y'all like? What kind of music you like? What kind? Alternative. Is that like, what is alternative? It's like, I wanna smell all the flowers, all with the birds and the bees and that kind of stuff. It's like dubstep? Dubstep? Did you say dubstep like D-O-B-E step? Or dubstep like ooh step? Okay, I'm just saying like that. Okay, what kind of I don't want to hear it because I never heard Lil Wayne. And then, first of all, I don't see how y'all like a little mosquito that weigh 50 pounds with all them tattoos on it. It's like crazy. But how many of y'all like Justin Bieber? Y'all, don't be talking, okay, the main one that said Eve, she got a Justin Bieber album sitting in her closet. Y'all know y'all like Justin Bieber. Y'all like Justin Bieber. Now y'all got old and y'all don't like Justin Bieber. Okay, how many of y'all like Justin Bieber when you were little? Come on. Well, I know, put your hands up. You know y'all like Justin Bieber. And you know why you like Justin Bieber? Because he didn't comb his hair. They're like, because he never combed his hair, kept his hair, and he couldn't see nobody. So y'all like him. And then the thing about Justin Bieber, this is the only reason I didn't like Justin Bieber. I didn't like Justin Bieber because he never sang anything. I grew up in the old school, where people used to sing songs that they really meant. Like, if a guy sang to a girl, he'd be like, can I sing to you? And she'd say, yeah. And a guy would sing to a lady, and he'd be like, baby, I'm your knight in shining armor, and I love you. You have made me what I am, and I am whole. And the lady like that, you know why? Because she understands what the man is saying. He wants to be her knight in shining armor. He wants to be that rock that she can depend on. Don't that sound good, ladies? Don't that sound nice when a guy's telling you that? That's nice. Justin Bieber came up. What did Justin Bieber say? Baby, 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 oh, baby, 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 oh, and baby, 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 oh, and baby, baby. You get tired of baby all the time. If you didn't know your name was baby by the time Justin Bieber finished, you didn't want your name to be baby. How many babies can you have? I mean, good gracious, man, Justin, please. But y'all see, and And them other ones, I know y'all like them other ones, so what those ones are? The brothers, the ones that boom, bop, 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 boom, bop, baby, 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 boom, bop, bop, bop. What was that? Yeah, I think if she know them, she got the picture still hanging up in the wall. The Justin Boy. Them kind of songs is crazy. I never understood that. You know, I used to like the songs back in the old days with the rap. I did like rap. I like rap when rap used to be cool. When rap used to be like, I said a hip, hop, the hip it to the hip it, the hip, hip, hop, you don't stop, the rock it to the bang, bang, boogie, so up, jump, the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie beat. Y'all remember that? Y'all laughing, but y'all remember that, don't you? Y'all remember, you know how you remember it? Because that was cool music back then. That was cute. That's when it used to be good music. But you know when the music changed? You know when the music changed? The music changed with Michael Jackson. That's what happened. Y'all remember Michael Jackson? Y'all remember the music changed with Michael Jackson? I mean, not when Michael Jackson was a black guy, but when he turned into a white woman, that's when it all changed. I'm telling you right now, when Michael turned to a white lady, that's when the problem started happening. And it started with that Thriller. Y'all remember Thriller? Remember that Thriller? That's when it started. It's close to midnight. Something evil's lurking in the dark. You lurking in the dark, Michael. That's what's evil. That's what happened. That's what ran us crazy, y'all. Michael went crazy. He sung that song, "Cause I'm bad, I'm bad, you know it." You're not bad, Michael, you're a white lady. White ladies ain't bad. White ladies are dangerous, they're not bad. Michael started all that stuff. That's when things started going crazy. You can't turn yourself into a white lady with no nose and expect for things to be good, because after that, that's when all the music started going crazy. Y'all don't realize that. That's when all the music started going crazy was after that. Then they started making songs that didn't even make any sense to you. They had this one song that was called Skibbity Bop, Bibbity Bop, 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 the Sizzly Bop, the Sizzly Bop, the Sizzly Bop, Bop, Bum, 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 Bum. I was used to listen to Conjunction. Even that made sense. Conjunction, what's your function? Hooking up words and phrases and clauses. When the last time you heard a song that tried to teach you something? Nope, you don't. All you hear these days is crazy songs that talk about crazy stuff. I don't even listen to the radio anymore. I try to watch Nickelodeon. I do, because Nickelodeon got it going on. Now, if y'all having a good time, y'all having a good time. Well, sure, okay. If y'all having a good time, now I'm going to switch it over for you a little bit. I'm going to talk to you guys now about the other side of the comedy world. The side is not so fun, because it's career day. They said, Mr. Fun, you got to talk about careers. Comedy is fun, but then there's the other side of comedy that makes you guys have to stay at school. And that is the business side of comedy. So the thing about when you're a comedian, people are like, how do you make your money? How do you make your money? We make our money by being what we call independent contractors. So I have an agent. My agent is Signature Models and Talent Agency out of Scottsdale. And what my agency does is they call comedy clubs. And they say, hey, we have a comedian here, Mr. Isaac Dotton, that he wants to perform at your club, and we want him to perform at your club for this amount of money. And the comedy owner will say, okay, well, send me a clip of this perform and let me see what it looks like, and then we'll decide if he's funny enough to pack out there, so we'll pay him. So they'll send him off the clip, and then if the comedy club likes me, they'll send back a contract. Well, I gotta be able to read that contract. And I don't know how many of you guys have ever dealt with contracts. The contracts have small writing and say anything and everything. So I've seen some contracts that have said, we will pay you the sum of this amount of money in order to perform at our club on this day. If you do not show up at this club on this day, you owe us all the money that it would have cost us to set up this club and all the money from the ticket sales that we would have lost. I never signed those contracts except at certain times. I'll give a prime example of what happened to me one time. I was doing a comedy show in New Mexico. The guy sent me a comedy contract, and the contract was for Friday at 10 o'clock. So I get to the comedy club at Friday at 10 o'clock, there's nobody there. Nobody was there at all. The comedy club has sent out the flyers that said that the comedy show was on Saturday at 10 o'clock. But my contract said Friday at 10 o'clock. Now guess what? What do you think happened to me? What do you think happened? No, I did go. I went there and I sat in front of that comedy club owner, one person, and I did a 45-minute show. You know why? Because he still had to pay me. Because in the contract it stated that if I showed up at at the comedy club and perform for 45 minutes, I would get this sum of money. So by me getting up there and doing my comedy bit to the one guy, he wasn't laughing because it wasn't funny to him because he had to still pay me. And then the very next night, he had to write me a new contract in order to do the show for Saturday because he had only contracted me for that one day. Now imagine if I hadn't read the contract. If I hadn't read the contract and didn't know what it said in the contract, I would have just went ahead and said, okay, well, you know, I spent my money to stay here this extra night, so I guess I'll go up on Friday and Saturday night. No, because I read my contract, that's why I was able to know what was going on. Now, once I get paid, I still have to go further than that. I have to have an accountant, because when I get paid, it's not like I get paid at Gilbert, or if I get paid at Total. I get paid here, they take out taxes for my Social Security, they take out taxes for your income tax, they take out state tax, they take things out of my checks, right? They take it out. For your tax, they take everything out. They take out for your health care, for your pension, and everything they take out. They don't do that when you're dealing with comedy. You have to take that out yourself. If you don't take it out, guess what happens? You get in trouble with the federal government. How many people know Wesley Snipes? Anybody ever heard of Wesley? Anybody ever heard of Chris Tucker? The guy Chris Tucker played with Jackie Chan, the comedian. Yes. And you know he had to wind up paying the government $3 million. $3 million. He's broke now because he didn't pay his taxes because he didn't hire an accountant to take care of his books. So you have to know your numbers. And even when you hire an accountant, you better know your math. Because let's say you get an accountant and you don't check the books that he's doing. He could be taking money from you and you never know it. So that's the other thing. So you have to have your math skills, you have to have your grammar skills. The other thing you have to have is your interpersonal skills. You have to have the interpersonal skills to talk to them. So you take for instance, I'm sitting here talking to you guys right now. I talk sometimes, I go and I do school districts. I sometimes go and do comedy clubs. Sometimes I go and do old folks homes. Sometimes I go into churches. Imagine this. Imagine a person came in to come and do a career day with you guys, and they came in and said, oh wow, great looking bunch of guys here. So happy to be here with you guys. You have a lovely gym. You guys have a lovely teacher. Everything wonderful. Man, this is nice. I mean, nice to see y'all all bright and smiles. How are you gonna feel about that person talking to you? Gonna feel pretty good, right? Because they're coming in with a good attitude. Let's say the person comes in, they're gonna talk to you about career day, and they say, gosh, man, Dr. Bourne is looking for I've ever seen. Man, please. Sit up straight. Y'all can sit up straight. Jeez, man, I mean, my kids over here kissing. Lights and everything and stuff. How are you gonna feel about that person? Not too good, huh? Because you're gonna automatically, that person's interpersonal skills is not right, so you're not gonna laugh at anything he says because how dare he comes into your house and tell you how to be when you came here to get something from him. So Comedy World, we learn about interpersonal skills, how to talk to people and how to make sure that, hey, we communicate with you guys. You don't want to hear me talk about anything what me and my buddies did at Buffalo Wild Wings. Y'all don't care nothing about Buffalo Wild Wings. I want to talk about what you guys want to talk about. I want to talk about the music that you guys understand. I want to talk about the things that you able to relate with me. So when I'm doing this, you guys have a good experience. So let's say this is a comedy club, and all y'all are here in the comedy club, and y'all are laughing at the comedy club. That comedy store owner is going to say, hey, we want you back. You're going to go and you're going to tell all your friends, wow, Doc was so funny, you guys got to come back. You got to go and see him. If you didn't have a good time, you're not going to come back. You're not going to come back. I'm not going to make any money. And I'll be sitting up here telling y'all, there was once upon a time I tried to be a comedian. I didn't make no money, so I'm sitting here working on computers with y'all. That's all the thing I'll be saying. So, being a comedy is fun on one side, but on the other side, you also have to take care of business. We have a thing called open mic. Anybody ever heard about an open mic night? Comedians do open mic nights. And when we're in open mics, guess what? If you ever want to know what it's like in the grind of being a comedian, go to an open mic night. Because most of it is not funny. People sit there and they write stuff on paper, and here's how they do the joke. I don't understand why girls act the way they act in junior high, because if they break up with their boyfriend, they go and the other girls come around them and they go and they run off to the bathroom and they go and that's what they do. And it's not funny because they're trying out their material. We get our material refined and everything, and then we come out and we deliver it to you guys so they can funny. I'm gonna tell you a little secret that a lot of comedians won't tell you. Everything that we say, or most of the things that we say, we've already rehearsed it, I've done it before. So when I came out to talk to you guys, I sat and I watched y'all for about a good month because I knew I was gonna do this. And I listened to things that y'all was talking about that wasn't particularly funny to y'all, but it was funny to me. And I figured if they heard what they were saying to each other, if I come back and told them that, they would think that was so funny. And it is. When I come back and y'all know what I'm talking about, because you know what, I'm telling the truth. Because I saw y'all crying and running into the bathroom. Now it wasn't funny when it happened, but it wasn't funny to y'all. It was still funny to me. But it wasn't funny to y'all when it happened, but that's where we get our fun. I was doing the play with you guys, the Schoolhouse Rock play. I got so much funny stuff. I got a comedy show I have to do on Sunday. You guys are going to be in my comedy show. Because there is so much funny stuff that happened back there that I'm watching. Y'all don't even know I'm watching. I watched when Cheyenne kept getting on your nerves. You're like, Cheyenne, I'm telling you right now, you have gotten on my nerves. Just stop it. Stop it right now. And Cheyenne looked up and she knew she was in trouble. She's like, because Shannon knows she didn't want to get knocked out. She didn't want to get knocked out, so I could tell that story, and parents would laugh. You know why? Because they know how that stuff works. So that's what I do. I have been in the entertainment business for a while. I've been able to be a singer, a dancer, a comedian. I even do rap. Y'all, did y'all know I can rap? Did y'all know I got rap skills? Y'all know I got a rap flow? Y'all know I got a rap flow, do you? Okay, can I do a rap for y'all? Can I do a rap? Okay, I'm doing rap. Wait, I'm doing rap. Not that one. Okay. I think I got it. Okay. And in this one, I did my own music too, okay? So, okay. This is gonna be fresh. Okay, this is gonna be fresh. Yeah, boy, Woo! Throw your hands in the air and you wave them like you just don't care. And if you're from side here, if you're ready to rock, somebody say, oh yeah! Oh yeah! You better say oh yeah. You better say oh yeah. Okay. Two young kids playing looking from school, breaking all the rules and hanging out by the pool, confused. They thinking that they got it made, And then they sipping on some lemonade, kicking school to the side, cause they don't understand the way to provide. And this dog is to educate the mind, so they choose to do otherwise. Running the sun, kicking school to the side, but you know that ain't no way to be. That's why I see it here from the Cambridge Elementary School, because you know the school is due. There'll be time in the summer for hanging by the pool. You get your mind in the book, cause the book that a key to your mind. Unlock the door and you will find that there's nothing that you can't achieve. So put your mind to the task and believe. And throw your hands in the air and you wave them like you just don't care. Y'all better wave your hands in the air. I don't care, y'all better wave your hands in the air. Okay. Just throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. And if Cambridge Academy is ready to rock, somebody say, oh yeah. Little boy sitting in class, don't care if he passed. Wonder how much longer it will last. Took you looking at him, ask him to read. He doesn't know how, cause he doesn't think he needs books. He says he's gonna be a big football player. Silly brother don't think that he's aware of how life goes in fact. How's he gonna read that contract? Now as you slip through the pages of life, now what you gonna do? It's up to you and you. Cause the future is in your hands. And it's up to you to understand that your education is a tool. And if you want to play sports, that's cool. But before you now sack the tap, you need to put those books in your backpack. And just throw your hands in the air and you wave them like, you better throw your hands in the air. Everybody out here ready to rock, somebody say, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Now you know how the gangsters, all gangsters gotta do that move. Now, okay, we go. Y'all better clap. Okay, okay. Woo! I'm gonna do that now. Woo! Okay. Now here's our secret. Now y'all know that rap wasn't good. I know it wasn't good. Listen. Don't tell nobody else, okay? Y'all go out there, Mr. Palmer rocking on that microphone. He was rocking on that rap. And y'all go tell people that when the next dude come in, they're gonna be like, Mr. Fong, you gonna do that rap? I'm like, nah, man, I ain't gonna do that rap. Mr. Fong, please do that rap here. But I ain't gonna do that rap for them. And guess what? They gonna think I'm a fresh rapper. They ain't gonna know how bad I was, but y'all not gonna tell them. Y'all just gonna tell them I was good. And by me not rapping anymore, they gonna say, oh, Mr. Fong got skills. Mr. Fong got skills. Now let me go check that. Gotta go check this out. Okay. We got a little bit of time left. So with a little bit of time we got left, yes. You know what? That's a good question, okay? You know what she said? She said, you know how you said you used the same thing? Are you gonna go to the next class and do the same thing? No, you know why? Because the next class is not gonna be Cambridge. And she's not gonna be in here from conjunction with your function. And she's not gonna be, so I can't do the same thing. I'll be like, I didn't try to be that little girl named Cheyenne. So I can't do the same joke. So last night, I just picked up that joke last night when I saw what she was doing. And so since I know stuff that Cambridge has been doing, I watched stuff that Cambridge did, I watched stuff that Mason did, I watched stuff that Cold Tech did. So as the classes come in, that's the one I do from. I know a 7th and 8th graders here, so I can't do 5th grade. No, you know what the problem is? Y'all don't pay attention to adults. Y'all don't even think we exist. I can be right there in front of y'all bleeding to death. And y'all be like, and so you know what? I called him last night and I told him that same thing. Y'all don't notice adults. Y'all don't pay any attention to us at all. Y'all be walking up and be like, hi. Y'all don't even pay attention to us all the time. In the dance steps, like I told about dance moves, I see y'all doing y'all dance moves. I got dance moves too. I know all kinds of dance moves. We used to do the Pee Wee Herman. I got a dance called Pee Wee Herman. We used to do this dance called the Cabbage Patch. I got a dance called the Michael Jackson. You wanna see it? Wanna see my dance called Michael Jackson? So I got dances. But that's what we do. I just sit around and I just watch you guys because y'all not paying attention to us. We have to pay attention to y'all because y'all are our kids. I mean, I ain't gotta pay attention to you, but your parents gotta pay attention to you. Y'all don't pay attention to us at all. So that's fine. Now, by a show of hands, who out there think they might want to be a comedian one day? Okay. Yeah, you want to be a comedian? You got, hey, this is your time to shine. You want to be a comedian? You want to have the time to shine? What kind of comedians is these? Oh, I know the man in the back, though. They told me you was a comedian. Come on up here. Come on. I'm gonna work with you. And if you're wrong, I'll laugh at you, but I'm still gonna work with you. Nobody wants to come on up. I know you gonna come sit. Because I know you're like, okay. Because I take this. There's a lot of famous women comedians, like Paula Poundstone, Whoopi Goldberg. She ugly, but even ugly people can be comedians. I tell you. Okay. Now I'm saying that you ugly. You don't look like Whoopi Goldberg. You look more like Michael Jackson. That's different. Okay. All right. So you ready to do some comedy? Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together all the way from Mesa, Arizona. Put your hands together for Miss Anna Lee. Even if I do bomb, I'm still the bomb.
Okay. No, this is a non-licensed area of the globe. So yeah, no. Shut up. Okay. I'm so sorry.
Boo!
Okay, yeah. Okay, thank you all for coming out. Appreciate what you do. Thanks. Isn't it welcome? Okay, yeah, don't forget to put the money in the box. So we'll get it somewhere.
And see, she rocked. I don't care what y'all said. She rocked because she got up here. Now the comedians didn't get up here, but she got up here. I give her much props for that. I'm gonna get ready to tell y'all bye. I know y'all gotta go. Thank you guys for coming out. Appreciate it. Hope y'all had a good time. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.